Hello and welcome to another wickedgameplay.com video tutorial on how to play World of Warcraft. So basically what we're going to be doing in this video is looking at how to, the basics of World of Warcraft. Okay, so what we've got here is where we left off. If you hold your left mouse button down, you can just look around. Basically, one of the biggest parts of the game is called questing, so maybe we can just make this guy be a bit quieter by having a look what that means. So we can click on this guy, move forward a little bit, and we can right click, and he's going to give us something to do. So here's, what do we say? So we can just read here, Six Shoulder. Okay, so there's a quest called Lockdown. You can read the quest here. The city's under complete lockdown, so they want us to go and see Lieutenant Warden, and he'll give us further directions on how to get out of here. Okay, so we're going to get 80 experience points. So let's just accept that, and as you can see here, it's now going to tell us how to move around. So we've got our ASD keys and W, and this will move the character. So that's my A key, my D key, my W key, my S key. So let's just move away from there for a minute so we don't get that guy talking. But you can see up here now on our map, this is where we need to go. You can also press M for map, and you can see a bigger version of the town that we're in, Gilneas. And you can see here that this is where we've got to go. So what we'll do first though is, god damn it, my mouse has had a dummy spit. Okay, my mouse is back now. That's why it's probably better not to have a Bluetooth mouse and get a wired mouse when you're playing the game. But what we've got here now is our quest to do here. Here are our objectives. You can right click in here and get some more options. But what we're going to be looking at here is our action bars. These are really common. You'll be using these a lot, and you'll see they've both got numbers on them. And these numbers are corresponding to your numbers on your keypad or your number keys.
I can't attack.
So when I press 1, you can see it says I can't do it because I don't have a target.
I can't attack that.
I can't attack that person because they're friendly, which is why they're green.
I can't attack that.
You can also click them.
I can't attack that target.
But most good players will tell you to do what they call keybind and use the numbers.
I can't attack that. I can't attack that target.
Now, when you're beginning, you only have a few things here. You have a lot of these boxes, but you also find that you can scroll through 6 different bars. And these may become useful later on as you acquire new skills and abilities. You can also press your shift key and the down or up arrow, and that will scroll through the bars. We also have I believe this is a help. Yep, I don't really use this, so that's why I didn't really know what it was. So we'll get rid of that. If you just press your keys, you'll get rid of it. We have our stance bar here. When I'm a warrior, you won't always have this. It'll depend on which class that you selected. So this is basically where all your actions are going to be. Now, this will tell you your character info, and you can have a look at what sort of armor you're wearing, sword, and shirt, etc. You can also have a look at some other information here about your character, and your reputation in the areas that you're in. But most of this, when you're just starting to play, can be a bit overwhelming. Sorry for you might get a bit of noise with, got an overhead plane coming over the building, my office. You'll also have your spell book and abilities, and these are basically what's going to start populating here as you level your character. So you've got, you'll see something here say passive, which means they don't go in here, but they're just skills that your character has. Here we have armor skills. You can read a little bit about what it does, but you have an attack one here. It doesn't say passive. You'll also see it down here, which means you can use it as an attack. The auto attack is pretty standard, I believe. I don't know if this was supposed to be down there. I just don't bother with it. You got your shoot action. Now, if you wanted to, we don't have a ranged weapon, which is why it has a red requires ranged weapon. But if you wanted to put this in your action bar, you can simply just click and drag and drop it in your action bar here. We've got a throwing ability. I'm going to leave that one there. I don't really use it, but you could if you wanted to. Again, you could just click and drag it down here. And we have 3 other tabs here called Arms, Fury, and Protection. Generally, these are the 3 talent types that you can have. We'll go into that a bit later, maybe in another video. And you can see here we have Battle Stance, which we have activated here, and we have an action attack here called Strike, which we also have here. And if you read on the right hand side of the video there, it'll tell you a little bit about it with the tooltip. So whenever you generate enough rage, you will hit your target hard with your weapon. Now your rage bar is right here, and at the moment we have 0. I have a warrior, which case warriors generate rage as they are hit or they charge, and you can use that rage then to do various attacks. Here you have your health. We're only small, so a small character, a level 1, so we only have 60. What basically will happen is as you level, you'll see here that the charge you'll see here that the charge ability is going to come on level 3, and so on. So these abilities will start to become available as you level. And you have 3 different types, so we'll look at those as we go. You also have your talents, which aren't available until level 10. You have your achievements, which aren't available until level 10. We have a quest log, which is the quest that we selected from this guy over here. And this is where you can find stuff that you've already selected. You can track it, which keeps it up here. If you wanted to take it off, you can see it's just disappeared by clicking this track. You could abandon it by selecting abandon, and it'll disappear again. So which means we'd have to go back here and get it again.
Stand ready, guards. We don't know how many intruders we're dealing with.
There we go.
But the headlands are overrun.
So we also have a little bit of information about our machine, which I don't really use. A help, if you want some help with something, again, I don't really use that. But if you wanted to, that's where you would get it. And our bag here, bag slot. And you'll see there's some shortcut keys, so you could press Shift B. It says Shift B, but I just simply press B, maybe because I'm on a Mac, and it just works. And a Hearthstone, which returns you to wherever you set it, whichever innkeeper you set it to, and it has a cooldown of 30 minutes. So if you get lost in the forest somewhere and you want to go back home quickly, you can use this. Okay, so I think we've covered the basics of that. Okay, so let's go and look for this first quest. I've never been a Worgen, I have no idea. You can't go through any doors, so he must be down the corner here. And, oops, we have a dead guy. So here he is. So what we'll just do is right click. So we read what it says. Deep claw marks run through the man's corpse. Interesting. So now we'll get 80 experience for this and 15 bronze, which gives our money here that we have. So we can just complete this quest. Wow, we've completed our first quest. How fun. Okay, so then we'll generally get another quest to do. You basically will read the quest again. So it gives you a little bit of the story. If you want to learn a bit about the game, why you're playing, and what's actually happening, you can read the story. If you just want to level quickly, you can just focus on quest objectives and click accept. In this case, we have to return to Prince Liam Greymane in the Merchant Square. So the guy who gave us the original quest. And you'll see here now we're generating some experience.